We all know how competitive the truck market has been lately, and everyone seems to be too indulged in the hype to realize that not all new trucks are good. And companies will never stop marketing their new products as the best thing. So watch till the end because we did all the work for you and found the 7 worst 2024 trucks only stupid people would buy. The first 2 trucks on this list are simply here because they're getting much better upgrades. Some are even coming with a whole new generation, so we compared them to the outgoing models. So you can clearly see the difference and decide for yourself. And tell us your thoughts in the comments. Number 1. Ford Ranger. Don't buy the 2023 model. Instead, go for the new one. Sure, the new base price might raise an eyebrow at over $34,000, marking an increase from 2023. But it is worth the extra couple of thousand. The outgoing Ranger is good, but it's no match for the new model, especially one equipped with that fresh V6. And the new generation is going to be global, so the whole concept is now made to fit the most competitive market, the world. The 2024 Ford Ranger has undergone a complete makeover, cranking up the excitement with a slew of upgrades over its 2023 predecessor. Here are a few of the most interesting upgrades. A spanking new, more potent turbocharged V6 engine takes the spotlight in the XLT and Lariat trims, flaunting a robust 315 horsepower and unlocking a beefed-up towing capacity of 7,500 pounds. This engine upgrade isn't just an improvement, it's a game-changer for those who live for the thrill of performance. And that's not all. The 2024 Ranger is flexing its muscles in size, expanding in every dimension. A stretched wheelbase and wider track translate to enhanced comfort and towing prowess, making it a force to be reckoned with. Number 2. The 2023 Tacoma. We are specifically talking about the 2023 model. Just think about it. What is the point of getting a Tacoma if there's a whole new generation coming out within a few months? The all-new Tacoma is an absolute game-changer, and that's precisely why steering clear of the 23s is a no-brainer. The 2023 Tacoma has its own cult following because it's a beast of a truck that has proven itself. What we want all die-hard fans to think about is, if you like the Tacoma so much, then it makes logical sense to go for the new generation. The 3rd gen Taco is a solid ride, no doubt. Yet, when you're dropping the same kind of cash, it's better to stop and analyze. When you crunch the numbers on the value proposition of getting a fresh one, the 2023 model starts to look like it's been around the block a few too many times than it should. Sure, Toyota might throw some sweet discounts on the remaining 23s, but let's talk about the bang for your buck. Your hard-earned cash stretches a whole lot further when you hop into that new 24. Despite being labeled as the latest and greatest, the truth is that the 23 Tacoma is sporting a design that's been rocking the roads for over 8 years. Plus, just imagine riding the Tacoma with a hybrid Turbo 4 engine. Number 3. Lordstown Endurance. Being the new kid on the block in the fiercely competitive EV market, building consumer trust is paramount, and these delays could potentially deal a severe blow. Moreover, Endurance marks Lordstown Motors' debut in the vehicle game. With no consumer feedback track record to lean on, gauging its reliability and performance is like shooting in the dark. Early adopters often find themselves grappling with unforeseen issues, and when it comes to a fledgling company, these risks are cranked up a notch. Lordstown Motors is grappling with financial turbulence, leaving a lingering cloud of doubt over the company's long-term stability. This, in turn, casts a shadow over the reliability of after-sales support and servicing. Let's face it, getting your truck warranted becomes a tad tricky if the company's financial ship is sinking. Now, add repeated production delays to the mix and you've got yourselves a recipe for questioning the company's manufacturing prowess. To sum it up, the trifecta of financial uncertainty, production hiccups, uncharted technology territory, and a lack of robust support networks make it a riskier bet compared to the others. Like this next, even though it's still on the list, it is a better option compared to this one. Number 4. The Ford F-150 Lightning. Let's be honest, we were all too excited to see what Ford did with the truck labeled Lightning. However, it's been hard for the Lightning. It's been like a roller coaster with its fair share of twists and turns. Recalls have peppered its journey, and there was that moment when a nationwide cease and desist order was slapped on the trucks due to their impromptu combustion tendencies. Not to mention the towing performance in the real world feels like promising a sprinter and delivering a leisurely jog through the park. One reviewer even put this to the test. The F-150 Lightning, armed with the smaller of the two optional batteries and flaunting a towing capacity of 7,600 pounds, struggled to muster a mere 100 miles while gracefully bearing a light load. For a truck that flaunts its utility and towing prowess, that's more than a hiccup, it's a symphony of challenges. These factors and issues, coupled with the not-so-budget-friendly price tag, have left the Lightning basking in solitude on dealer lots, yearning for its moment to bask in the limelight. Number 5. Hyundai Santa Cruz 2023. On the new model, there are some updates worth considering, like the shiny new XRT trim level that is stealing the spotlight, introducing sportier aesthetics, a spruced-up 10.25-inch infotainment system, and LED projector headlights. But beyond this fresh top-tier trim, the new model isn't really turning heads. To be honest, the 2024 Santa Cruz doesn't shake things up too much, sticking to its trusted engine lineup. The SE and SE trim rolls with the standard 191 horsepower, 2.5-litre four-cylinder engine, while the Night, XRT, and Limited trims flex with more potent 281 horsepower turbocharged version. In 2024, the Hyundai Santa Cruz will bring a dash of novelty compared to its 2023 counterpart. But these updates might not be the compelling game changers that warrant splurging on the latest model, especially when the 23 edition could potentially be bought at a friendlier price. Plus, that is the point of a compact truck, giving you truck functionality with a compact size and an affordable price. So it just makes more sense to lean towards last year's Santa Cruz, unless the specific upgrades of the 24 model happen to strike a chord with you. Number 6. The Jeep Gladiator. Honestly, when it comes to the 2024 Jeep Gladiator, it's not a shabby choice. This thing is not just good, it's one of the top dogs out there. Taking a cue from its rebellious spirit, the 2024 model has a revamped 7-slot grille, fresh wheel designs, and an instrument cluster glow-up, crowned with a spanking new 12.3-inch touchscreen gracing all models. And safety enthusiasts will definitely rejoice. They've thrown in a buffet of new features, including side curtain airbags, forward collision warning, and advanced cruise control, all standard across every trim, except the humble Sport Edition. And as if that's not enough, there's an assortment of off-road improvements to sweeten the deal. With all these safety features and detail upgrades, you might think this is a reliable choice, but J.D. Power's initial quality studies don't seem to think so. But when it comes to the real deal, things take a dark turn. On-road, the suspension doesn't exactly seem to do its job well, and the steering seems to be a bit wanky. It treats bumps like personal enemies, and at higher speeds, the road feel is not something you would like to experience. When you consider these things, suddenly, the grass seems greener elsewhere. But not on this next one. Number 7. Nissan Frontier. The freshly revamped Nissan Frontier, a solid contender in the mid-sized pickup arena, is holding its own ground. Under the hood roars the spirited 3.8-litre V6 engine, unleashing a booming 310 horsepower and a torque of 281 pound-feet. Inside, the Frontier flexes its muscles with a rugged yet well-crafted interior, showcasing a digital gauge cluster and seats that cradle you in comfort. Standing alone, it's not too shabby. But here's the scoop: when you put it under the scope of the competition, it seems like it's trying to catch up in several departments, utility being one of them. With max towing capacity capped at 6,720 pounds, it falls a tad short compared to its peers. Sure, 2024 introduces the wild and cool hardbody edition, but let's be real. Nissan seems to have a time capsule for the Frontier. Virtually everything remains frozen in last year's and, well, last decade's specs. It is a simple truck that could be useful for some people, but in the grand scheme of things, there are newer, more alluring trucks out there flaunting superior interiors, heftier cargo carrying capacities, higher towing ratings, and way more impressive driving dynamics, all at a similar or even lower price point. But what do you think? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.